Together we'll take Fizco down. Or we won't, but we'll get some wicked respawn animations. Who's with me?
Sunset Overdrive was a game I missed out on. I wanted to do a review for, but it's about a year and a half old, so I didn't really want to do a formal review. But I just wanted to do just a quick impressions, and man, do I feel like I missed out. Sunset Overdrive is basically just wonderful chaos. It really is a game that just encourages destruction, variety. It's explosive. It's one of the best games for Xbox One to date. The combination of so many elements, it doesn't really do anything too groundbreaking. It takes elements of other games and combines them into this cohesion of destruction and mayhem that just works so well. Like Tony Hawk meets Ratchet and Clank meets Borderlands, and that's the key of the game, is those combat confrontations that you have. And they're all so fast and fluid that each one is more engaging than the last, and as your arsenal expands and as your movement expands, the game becomes more fun. You're able to grind along rails and take out entire hordes of enemies with just one single bullet and just a ton of amps and weaponry and customization, and you can really tailor the character to how you want to play, keeping up that momentum and that traversal and that style meter, and mixing up and using variety and combos is what's encouraged, and it makes it so wonderful. It really just makes the combat it never gets old. I looked forward to seeing hordes of enemies in my way instead of looking at it as a hindrance, because I knew I'd be able to do different things and upgrade weapons and gain money and be able to spin that. So it just chained off each other, and it really worked very well. The city it's an open world game, so there's very few limits. The content that you have is immense. There's challenge icons to do, there are timed trials or set actions that you have to perform, a lot of different challenges in that. Collectibles are freaking everywhere in this game. I feel like every time I turned a corner there was something I could pick up, so the inner completionist in me was finding it very hard to keep going with a mission and not grab that last Fizco balloon that was floating in the air. And of course, there's also side missions to earn cash and interact with different characters, but the game sets this tone overall of just the absurd, and it embraces that. The characters you meet, the overall basis of the world came to an end because of an energy drink. I mean, it embraces it all. It felt very Borderlands in the characters that I was meeting. They were all very unique and interesting. The voice acting was fantastic. There wasn't really an emotional, dire necessity of escaping the city like it could have been, but at the same time, it's just this carefree attitude that works so well with the game and as a whole. The co-op was really well done. It's a little too anarchy-based. I mean, it's 8 players, so it's craziness, but I liked the mode, but at the same time, I couldn't tell what was going on half the time. In the campaign, there was the same interruption with the night defense. It's like required to do before moving on with the campaign. I felt like it was kind of just thrown in the middle of campaign. It kind of threw that pacing off a bit, but those are the only real gripes I had with the game. Everything else, I mean, this is definitely one I want to revisit. I want to go back and get all the items and do all the missions and get all the weapons upgraded. Overall, Sunset Overdrive is it was a fantastic game. I wish it was still up for Games of Gold. It was absolutely free to pick up, but this would be well worth the sticker price. It's random, frantic, and the over-the-top humor and the action is just a blast. The momentum in the game never slows. I felt like each mission was just trying to top the last until the credits rolled, and it was just wonderful. That's basically it. I just wanted to kind of give a rough idea of it. I should have an Overwatch review coming up when that goes live next week, and we'll continue forward from there. But until next time.
This is it, this is the end, but I gotta die and I can get my life back. This is it, this is the end, but it doesn't really matter because this isn't living anyway.
Now that is how you end a game.